All right, so we've got Jeb's first trail here, and looks like you got a really great place to do it. The material is probably a little tall, but he seems to go through it really well. The way you manage this start is quite nice. You entice them really well, and you show them the scent article from a distance, which is super important. We want them to look for that scent article, and if you put it in their face at the same time you're putting the food, they're not going to have any interest in looking at the article. So that's why we want to give them the food first, and then move away, and then show them the article, just like you do right here. Okay? So once you show them the food, step away, show them the article, and drop it. But next time, try not to get any bowl next to that rag, because sometimes you'll get tuna fish smell all over it, and then you want to pick it up and eat it. Now, the only problem with this start point is that you followed a known trail. And so once he gets on it, he follows that known trail too. So really hard to say if he's using his nose here, because it's a pretty easy path. The next one definitely is trailing, but this one could just as easily be taking the path of least resistance.
Am I supposed to pick up the towels or just leave them?
Get them. Good boy. Good job. Because we'll come back out this way. Oh, shit.
So do we start here again,
No,
or
we'll move out of it a little ways. We'll go down closer to the tree line.
This spot a lot better. It's not a known trail. He actually has to go through the vegetation, and we're going to ensure that he's actually using odor to find you in this type of situation, because he can't really see really well over the top of this stuff. And in all actuality, in order to get to you, he really has to just use his nose. So you did a good job of picking the spot here, and we want to continue to do that in the future. Let's just stay in the places that aren't paths for the time being. This is really a good one. It's very, very clear he's using odor to find you. There's really no way he could have kept such a straight path otherwise. So it's definitely trailing tracking behavior, and he's really right on the money, doing quite good.
Good boy. Does that work okay?
yeah, it's just kind of hard to.
I know. You and your bad knees. Good job. Yeah, bubbies.
It gets shorter through here.
We'll play it by ear since he seems to. Ready? 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 Oh, my son.
Interesting one, because he gets stuck in your scent pool. He shoots past you because of all the blown odor that's behind you, and he's working that pool back and forth trying to find your scent cone. That's actually the only way he can get back in, is if he gets that scent cone. And obviously he's never really experienced anything like this, and he's just following his own natural instinct, which is what honestly all this off-lead trailing imprinting is about. So he uses his instinct to problem solve. It's really great because he comes back and he checks on your handler, and it's probably because he just saw a figure and then quickly realized it's not what he's looking for and goes back into the scent pool. And if you looked at those head checks that he just did, and then a couple more right here, this is telling you he's all in air scent at this point. And what happens is he just works this a little bit more, gets to the fringe, gets your scent cone, and he shoots straight in. Okay, so problem solving 101, he did it all by himself. There's no way you could have done this with a leash in your hand. That's why we want to do this off leash, so they problem solve on their own and they don't get a bunch of line checks and bad experiences with a lead just yet.
Good job, Bubs. Good boy. Nice. That stuff's too tall, huh? You look like a porpoise. Good boy.
It was so cute though.
Good job.
Are you doing another one?
Ready? Ready, ready, ready?
Okay, so this last one was super easy, and there's really nothing to critique other than he did a great job. But a couple things I want you to think about. Number one, I want you to spend more time at the end of the trail with him, not just the food, but lots of play and praise. Really yuck it up with him quite a bit, because it's not just the food that's the reward, but it's the pleasure of you working with him and doing all this. He needs to feel like he's the best pup on the planet for doing this work. Secondly, on the next trails that we do, let's add a turn. We're going to get a little bit more distance, maybe about 30% more, and add a turn, either left or right. But what I want you to do with each successive exercise is change the turn into a new direction. Never set a pattern, because they learn patterns very, very quickly. When you get home and you want to do this again on your next session, roughly 3 to 4 exercises will be great.
Yeah.
Ah, boy. Oh. Okay. Nice. Well done.
Oh, don't die.
Oh, it turned off?